So I was, driving to the mix on Lady in the Water, and I got this kind of flash of a movie idea as I was driving down the highway, which is really interesting because the poster of the movie is basically that image that I got, that horrific image of like something's wrong, all the cars have been abandoned, and you see the trees and the grass on the side of the roads, and you don't know what's happened. Where are all the people? And I got this flash of this kind of apocalyptic movie, the whole thing from beginning to end, how it was going to work, what the feeling of the movie was, and it became this kind of obsession with me the second it came into my head of making this 90-minute paranoia movie to the nth degree, that they come in and then they're shaken when you come out. And so I wrote The Happening. It ended up becoming a story about this couple, played by Mark Wahlberg and Zooey Deschanel, and how they find themselves in the middle of this apocalyptic event that's happening only in this section of the United States, and they can't get out of it, and they're trying their best to stay alive and get out of this situation. They don't even know what's happening. And everyone's dying from this airborne toxin, and they don't know whether it's terrorists or a nuclear leak or something else. They don't know what's happening. And it's a very, very kind of horrific premise. There's taboo things that happen in the movie, and the idea came to me and to Fox that we make it hard R, that we really go for it in that kind of Exorcist style, and use that there are no safe places in this movie to shake you up immediately and to feel the danger of it. With my movies, I tend to break genres a lot, and so people don't know how to take them. It's a drama, but it's also scary. It's funny. It's also emotional. It's they don't. It has all those elements, and this, although it has all those things, you'll laugh, and you definitely are going to cry multiple times in the movie. You'll feel deep emotion. It is straight up the middle, an end of the world, scare fest. You're gonna be, tense and shocked the whole movie. Like, I was about halfway through it, and I just kept going, God, the character that it keeps becoming is Mark. And not the Mark that's on screen, the Mark Wahlberg that I knew as a friend, who I used to meet and see and joke with and laugh. And I'm like, he's the sweetest guy. This is a gentle, gentle guy, and good with kids and buoyant and innocent. And I said, and I'm going to write him a role of the guy I see. And so I wrote this role, and then I called Mark, and I said, I got this movie. It's kind of like, modern day The Birds. And he's like, I'm in. John Leguizamo plays Mark Wahlberg's best friend. And it's basically almost the three of them is what the movie's about. His best friend, and his wife, who his best friend doesn't really like all that much, and he doesn't really trust all that much. And they're having marital problems, and Mark's trying to be like, just let me handle this, don't get involved. And then this huge, horrific, apocalyptic event is happening, and they're just trying to survive. Now, he has a little girl, and he gets separated from his wife. John's character gets separated from his wife from the very beginning of the movie, and he can't get in touch with his wife. And he has this kind of almost Sophie's Choice in the movie, where he has to choose whether to stay with his daughter and assume that his wife is dead, or let his daughter stay with Mark and Zoe while he goes and tries to go get his wife. And it's just a very, very emotional moment when he has to make this decision and what it means for all their characters. I just let my imagination just tell me when it was right to kind of go, nothing's going to happen, boom, and you go, oh my God. Did I just see what I just saw? That kind of thing. And a lot of times I think because the ideas are so disturbing, I get so much of the impact anyway. So it's very hard to kind of even take an audience and top it. And so what it ended up doing for me was making the ride clearer for the audience. And so it was, you have this peak, and oh my God, and then oh my God, and and you go like this, and it really felt like you were clearly on a ride because the whole audience is reacting, and you're having visceral reactions. You're diving and ducking, and you're ducking in your seat and hiding behind somebody's arm. As a happening, I wanted it to feel like that, where you're with these two incredibly likable characters played by Mark and Zoe, and the two of them are trying to figure out to stay alive, and you really love them, and then all of a sudden you see something horrific, and it goes so fast. This glimpse that I show you, it goes so fast past comfort that you're shocked, and now you can't go to the bathroom, you can't get your popcorn, you can't even ask a question because you were so like, did I just see what I just saw? And there's a lot of times when we've screened the movies that people just are their face is frozen from what they've just seen, and that for me is a great place to tell stories from.